I'm a bit nervous about this appointment, Eddy.
Humans. So capable, yet worried about a simple checkup.
All right, everyone. So let's talk about health. Earlier today, I wasn't feeling very well.
You were sleeping on the sofa. You looked a little pale.
Exactly, Eddy. When I woke up, I felt a bit strange. Let's start with the first symptom. I had a headache. A headache is a pain inside your head.
A pain in the head. That does not sound pleasant.
It's not pleasant at all. My head also felt very warm. This usually means you have a fever. Fever is F-E-V-E-R. It's when your body temperature is high.
So, a headache and a fever. Your body was fighting something.
That's a great way to put it, Eddy. My body was fighting an illness. Then there was my throat. It felt scratchy when I swallowed. We call this a sore throat.
Sore throat. Is that why your voice sounds a bit low?
It could be. A sore throat can change your voice. Another symptom was a runny nose. This is when your nose produces a lot of liquid. You need a tissue often.
Ah, the runny nose. A classic sign of a cold.
You are absolutely right. These are all symptoms of a common cold. So to review, we learned headache, fever, sore throat, and runny nose.
You also mentioned body parts. Head, throat, and nose.
Excellent point, Professor Eddy. Knowing body parts is essential. My whole body also felt tired. This feeling is called fatigue.
Fatigue is when you feel very weak, with no energy to play.
A perfect definition. I had no energy at all. Because of all these symptoms, I decided it was important to see a doctor.
A very wise decision. Health is very important.
Okay, so I had my symptoms. I knew I needed to see a doctor. The next logical step is to make an appointment.
Make an appointment? Is that like scheduling a walk in the park?
That's a good comparison, Eddy. It means to schedule a specific time. A time to visit the doctor's office. Now I am going to call them. Let's listen to a typical phone call.
A live demonstration. This should be interesting.
Imagine the phone is ringing, and the receptionist answers. She might say something like, "Good morning, City Clinic." Now it's my turn to speak. "Hello, I would like to make an appointment." This is a very important phrase. It's polite and clear.
I would like... That sounds more polite than I want. No.
Exactly, I would like is perfect here. The receptionist will then ask, of course, what's the reason for your visit? This means, why do you need to see the doctor? I will describe my symptoms briefly. I believe I have a cold. I have a fever and a sore throat.
Shorten to the point. They don't need the whole story yet.
That's right. Just the main reason? Next, she will check the schedule. Okay, let me see. We can see you this afternoon at 2 p.m. Now I need to confirm. This afternoon at 2 p.m. is perfect. Thank you.
So many steps. For a nap, you just lie down.
It's a process for sure. Finally, she will ask for my name. Can I have your name, please? And I say, of course it's Ed.
Just Ed, not Edward.
For the appointment, Ed is usually fine. They already have my file. And she will confirm everything. All right, Ed, we'll see you at 2 p.m. And that's it. The appointment is booked.
It seems very organized.
It is. It helps the clinic manage their time. So, let's review the key phrases. I would like to make an appointment. What's the reason for your visit? And confirming the time.
And remember to be polite. I would like is the magic phrase.
You are an excellent student, Eddy. Now that the appointment is made, it's time to go to the doctor's office. So we've arrived at the clinic. This is the part that makes me a bit nervous.
The waiting room is very quiet. I can hear the clock ticking.
After a short wait, a nurse calls my name. We are now in the examination room. The doctor comes in and smiles. He asks a very common question. So what seems to be the problem today?
This is your chance to explain. Use the words we learn.
Exactly, Eddy, I reply clearly. I haven't been feeling well. I have a headache, a sore throat, and I think I have a fever. The doctor listens carefully. Then he says, okay, let's take a look. First, he uses a thermometer to check my temperature.
Temperature, that tells you if you are hot. Like when you have a fever.
You got it. My temperature is a little high. Next, he takes out his stethoscope.
That's the cold metal thing. He uses it to listen to your heart.
Yes, and also to your lungs. He says, please take a deep breath. This means to breathe in deeply. So I breathe in and breathe out.
Breathe in, breathe out. Humans have to be told to do this.
Then he asks about a cough. A cough is a sudden noise you make when your throat or lungs are irritated. I tell him, yes, I have a slight cough.
A cough is a funny sound. like a little bark stuck in your throat.
That's a very creative description, Eddy. After the examination, the doctor gives his diagnosis. A diagnosis is what the doctor thinks. The medical problem is, he says it seems like a common cold.
So, not very serious.
Fortunately, no. But I still need to take care of myself. So he writes me a prescription.
A prescription? Is that a permission slip? A permission to get better?
Almost. It's a note for the pharmacy. The pharmacy is where you buy medicine. The prescription tells the pharmacist what medicine I need.
Ah, a secret code for the medicine man. I understand.
Finally, the doctor gives some advice. You should get plenty of rest and drink lots of fluids like water. This is very important advice. We will talk more about should later. And that's a typical doctor's visit. Now our next stop is the pharmacy. All right, we have the prescription. I already feel better knowing what the problem is.
And you have the magic paper. Now, you just need the medicine.
True, but this whole experience made me think. It's much better to prevent getting sick. So before we go to the pharmacy, let's have our tips section. Today we'll learn how to give advice. We use the modal verb should.
Should. It sounds important.
It is. Here are 4 tips for a healthy life. Tip number 1. You should get enough sleep.
Finally, a tip I can truly master. I recommend at least 5 naps per day.
5 naps might be a bit much for humans, but 7 to 8 hours at night is good. Tip number 2. You should exercise regularly.
Exercise? Does that mean a walk? Can we go for a walk now?
Later, Eddy. But yes, walking is great exercise. Tip 3 is about what you eat. You should eat a balanced diet with fruits and vegetables.
And what about delicious crumbs that fall on the floor?
Those are not part of a balanced diet. And for our last tip, number 4. You shouldn't ignore stress. Notice we used should not or shouldn't. This is for negative advice.
My advice for stress is a good nap. Naps solve everything.
You are very consistent with your advice, Eddy. Great, now for our next section, common mistakes. Let's look at 2 common errors. First, the difference between pain and hurt. You can say, I have a pain in my back. But it is more natural to say, my back hurts.
So, my head hurts. Is the same as I have a headache.
Exactly, you are a fast learner. The second common mistake is pronunciation. Let's practice the word cough. It is pronounced cough.
C-O-U-G-H spells cough. English is a funny language.
It certainly can be. Practice saying it. Cough. And also headache. It's two parts: head, ache. Headache. Okay, that was very productive. Now, with our tips and corrections, let's go to the pharmacy. And here we are, the pharmacy. This is where we get the medicine.
It smells clean in here. So many colorful bottles.
I'll go to the counter and talk to the pharmacist. I'll say, "Hello, I'm here to fill a prescription." To fill a prescription means to get the medicine that the doctor ordered.
You give him the magic paper, and he gives you the magic potion.
That's one way to see it. The pharmacist gives me the medicine and explains the instructions. He says, you should take one pill twice a day. Twice a day means 2 times in 24 hours. For example, morning and night.
That sounds simple enough. I eat twice a day.
Okay, we have the medicine. Let's go home. Back at home, I take the first pill. And now I just need to rest and recover. You know, Eddie, this entire process made me think about something more advanced. We've been talking about my personal health, but what about the bigger picture? I'm talking about healthcare systems.
That sounds very complex.
It can be. In some countries, the healthcare system is publicly funded. This means it's paid for by taxes. It provides universal access to everyone. In other countries, it relies on private insurance. People or their employers pay a company for coverage. This can lead to different out-of-pocket costs.
Humans make everything so complicated. In the dog world, the system is simple. If you feel sick, you rest. If you feel better, you play.
I wish it were that simple for us, Eddie. It's a very interesting topic to discuss. Well, that brings us to the end of our lesson. We went from basic symptoms like headache to making an appointment and seeing a doctor. We learned how to give advice with should. And we even touched on a B2 level topic.
I think I deserve a treat for all this learning.
I agree, but first, it's time for Eddy's Insight.
Humans often worry about adding years to their life. They sometimes forget to add life to their years. The secret to health is a happy heart and a full food bowl.
Wise words as always, my friend. We hope you enjoyed our lesson today. If you found it helpful, please give us a like and subscribe. For your practice this week, tell us in the comments. Is the healthcare system in your country public or private? Thank you for watching. Stay healthy and see you next time.